Welcome to the June 11th, 2020 meeting of the Town of Southampton Planning Board. In accordance with the Governor's Executive Order 202.1, and until further notice, all of the board's meetings will be held remotely via video conference, so we ask the public to continually check the town's website for updates and new information. And to please join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, Phil. That was nice. We have two public hearings this evening. We have applicants and members of the public standing by via Zoom, which is being moderated by CTV. Charles Certain will be muting and holding the speakers in a virtual waiting room until it's their time to give testimony before the board. A reminder that applicants, agents, and members of the public speaking should state their name and address for the record. A further reminder that despite the Zoom environment, all comments should be directed to the board and not to other participants. The link to participate in this meeting via Zoom can be found on the town's website. This meeting is also being live streamed on the town's website on the town clerk's meeting portal. Public comments can be made via Zoom, by email, or by uploading them to the town clerk's portal on the planning board's page. You will see on that page a button you can click to upload your comments. Board members who must recuse themselves for any application will state so on the record and will be removed from the meeting until the end of the hearing. Unless otherwise stated at the end of each hearing, these applications will remain open for written comments for the applicant and the public until July 10th, 2020. Those comments can be made via email or by uploading your comments on the town clerk's portal under the planning board meeting page. Additionally, in accordance with the governor's order, these hearings will be recorded and transcribed and will be made available to the public. So Kathleen, just clarification, we'll hold over all of these two applications.
You can close the public hearing, Madam Chair, but leave it open for written submissions.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, the first application is Old Stables at Speonk.
All right, I'm gonna put up the aerial and then I'll read the public notice. How's that?
Don't we have to have a roll call?
Did we not do a roll call? Thank you. Phil, roll call.
Here I am. Chair LaFaro.
Present.
Vice Chair Finnerty.
Present.
Secretary is here. Board Member Zuccarelli.
Present.
Board Member Burke.
Present.
Board Member Blaney, raise your hand. All right. Board Member Long.
Present.
And we have everybody here.
Good, full board. Thank you, Gloria. So, Anthony, you'll read that. Do we have jurisdiction?
Yes, Madam Chair, we have jurisdiction.
Great.
Okay, I'll put up the I'm gonna put up the aerial and then I'll read the okay, you can see where'd it go?
That was it.
You can see that, right?
Yes.
Yep. Good. Okay. Please take notice that in accordance with the Governor's Executive Order number 202.1A, a public hearing will be held by the Southampton Town Planning Board on Thursday, June 11th, 2020 at 6 p.m. via video conferencing to consider the preliminary application entitled Old Stables at Speonk. The preliminary subdivision of Old Stables at Speonk proposes a 9-lot density incentive subdivision of a 7-acre parcel currently improved with single-family residence and accessory structures situated within the CR40 zoning district and New York State archaeological sensitive area, located at 85 North Phillips Avenue, Hamlet of Speonk, Suffolk County Tax Map number 900-350-3-88. A transcript of said hearing will be provided at a later date, and the public will have an opportunity to see and hear the meeting live and to provide comments. The public can watch the live meeting on the town clerk's website under the planning board meeting tab or participate through the Zoom app If any interested members of the public would like to provide comments on the public hearing, comments can be submitted to the planning board via mail, email, or uploaded to the town clerk's portal prior to the meeting, where additional and updated information on ways to view and participate will be posted. In addition, the record will remain open after the public hearing for the submission of written comments. Please check the June 11th, 2020 meeting agenda posted on the town clerk's website as the hearing date approaches for further instructions on how to access the virtual meeting and for any additional information. By order of the Planning Board of the Town of Southampton, Philip Keith, Secretary.
Thank you, Anthony.
No problem.
Who is representing this application?
I believe it's Sean Barron.
Sean,
Hello,
please state your name and address for the record.
Sean Barron, 124 Pleasure Drive, Flanders. Hope everybody's well, by the way.
We are, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, if you can just give us a brief overview of the application.
Sure, very simply, 9-lot, kind of as Anthony summarized, 9-lot subdivision with we're proposing 3 workforce housing lots. The average lot size is a little over 20,000 square feet, and then there's some proposed open space in the back.
So what is it, Sean, what is your yield before the affordable housing?
6, would otherwise be 6. It's a 7-acre lot. So when you finally throw everything on it, you can actually only otherwise get 6 lots.
And you're proposing 9 with the density incentive, right?
Correct.
Okay.
It's very affordable.
Yes, those 3 would be affordable.
Have you been to the health department yet?
We're in the midst of applying to the health department.
Do you have to bring in sewage credits for the septic?
We would have to bring in some density credits. Yes.
Okay.
We'd written a letter. I think we were asking the town for some help there.
And what do you propose to do with the open space?
Gosh, I gotta get my magnifying glass. I mean, not much. I'm not sure if it's going to get dedicated to the town or what, but I mean, it's just proposed open space, I guess.
What's the area of that open space? It's hard to see on the,
Yeah.
Oh, it's even harder for me. Like I said, I literally have to use my magnifying glass. It's 1.75 acres.
okay.
And what does it back up against? Are those?
Those are, looks like lots 18, 19, and 20 in the subdivision map of Mallard Pond. That's adjacent to the west.
Right.
Phil, if you're familiar with the work we've done on this street, we've had a number of these maps all fronting on Phillips Avenue. We've created an open space corridor along the, I guess it's the west side of all these maps. There's going to be a corridor, a whole corridor.
Oh, the
Got a
green,
free-
yes,
a
that
free
green
corridor.
swath, yeah.
Yeah, we have some open space from the adjacent subdivision right over here, I believe. And then I think the next property is a gap because I think there's some commercial use there. And then I believe the property beyond that, I believe the town purchased for open space. So you're right, there is a corridor that we're trying to create.
Are there any other questions? Is it, Charles, are there any people in the waiting room that wish to speak?
They can unmute themselves if they wish.
I did forward to someone from the public did ask for the link, so I did forward it to somebody who I think wanted to speak tonight.
I only see a few people in there, so
So no one for this application?
not that I know of.
Okay. If there are no more questions, we'll close the hearing with a 30-day written comment period.
Motion to close?
Second,
Motion by Dennis, second by Zuccarelli, is that? Was that?
Right.
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, 7 in favor.
Thank you so much for your time. Man, all the
Thank
meetings
you.
should be this quick.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We agree.
So,
It's good.
Have a good night, y'all.
Safe home.
Bye, Sean.
is
Bye, y'all.
JDF, and do we have,
We have jurisdiction, Madam Chair.
thank you. Anthony, you want to
Yep.
read the notice?
Yep, let me just put up the aerial. There we have it. Whoops. JGF aerial, okay. There you go. All right, let me read this one. Please take notice that in accordance with the governor's executive order number 202.1A, public hearing will be held by the Southampton Town Planning Board on Thursday, June 11th, 2020 at 6 p.m. via video conferencing to consider the pre-application entitled JGF. The pre-application is for a 3-lot subdivision of a 2.94 acre parcel situated in the R20 zoning district located at 257 Old Country Road in Eastport, Suffolk County Tax Map number 900-348-2-13. A transcript of said hearing will be provided at a later date. And the public will have an opportunity to see and hear the meeting live and to provide comments. The public can watch the live meeting on the town clerk's website under the planning board meeting tab or participate through the Zoom app. If any interested members of the public would like to provide comments on the public hearing, comments can be submitted to the planning board via mail, email, or uploaded to the town clerk's portal prior to the meeting, where additional and updated information on ways to view and participate will be posted. In addition, the record will remain open after the public hearing for the submission of written comments. Please check the June 11, 2020 meeting agenda posted on the town clerk's website as the hearing date approaches for further instructions on how to access the virtual meeting and for any updated information. By order of the Planning Board of the Town of Southampton, Philip Keith, Secretary.
Thank you, Anthony.
Okay.
Who is representing the application?
I believe Carl Benincasa.
Ah,
Oh my
Carl.
God.
Are you there,
Hi,
Carl?
Jackie.
Where are you?
I don't know where I am. Can you hear me?
No
We can
picture.
hear you.
Hear you, no picture, no video.
The video's
That's just as well in his case.
Well, I guess I'll proceed. Good evening, everybody. Nice to see you all virtually. This is a proposal for a minor subdivision located at 257 Old, wait, maybe this will, there we go. There-
Yeah, there you are.
There he is.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you all. So it's a proposal for a minor subdivision at 257 Old Country Road that's just east of its intersection with Tuttle Avenue in Eastport. I believe you have 2 maps that you're for your review today. One is a full standard yield map of 4 lots with a lot size of roughly 23,000 to 25,000 for each lot. And what you're looking at now is the actually no, that's the full yield map. You're
Yeah,
looking-
that's the yield. Do you want me to put up the regular map?
Yeah, put the reduced density up if you don't mind.
Sure.
This is the preferred map by the applicant. It's reduced density, calls for 3 lots, as you can see, with a lot size ranging from 40,284 to 47,447. It's 1 lot that with frontage on Old Country and 2 flag lots. Absent the poles, the 2 flag lots have a size of 34,000 for lot 2 and 39,150 for lot 3. Are there any specific questions that I can help with? But this, again, the preferred map is by the applicant is the reduced density.
Right. Well, there are more conforming lots, that's for sure.
It's surrounded by, it's in the R20 zoning district, obviously. It's surrounded by, to the east, it's a mobile home community. And to the west, it's the lots on Tuttle Avenue, the average size of which are roughly half-acre lots.
Would you have any desire to have a shared access rather than 2 separate flag lots?
I think that they'll ultimately share with, it'll be 1 common driveway.
Yeah, we do a common driveway. Those are just legal frontages.
Yeah.
Carl, you said something in the 30,000s, but I'm looking at this as like lot 3 is 47,000.
No, that's the body,
That's-
the
yeah.
body of the lot.
The body of the flag, absent
Ah.
away the poles, that's their lot size.
Okay, gotcha.
Any other questions for Carl? It's good to see you, Carl.
It's great to see all of you.
If not, is there anyone in the waiting room wishing to speak to this? Charles?
Good evening. This is John Gillen. Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at the map, I have a little bit of a concern. I have the house immediately to the west of the proposed driveway. And start my video.
Oh, you want to share something on screen?
Well, if you look at this lot, I don't know if you can see my cursor.
Yes.
Okay, this is my house. And the proposed driveway for the subdivision runs directly across my property line. I would like to know what the offset for my property line that driveway is going to be, and also if there will be any buffer zone provided. Because I'm already, I've got road frontage on 2 sides, and now I'm going to be surrounded by roads.
Well,
Well,
maybe
here's what we could do on this. The lot, the dog legs are needed for legal frontage, but it's going to share a driveway. We could shift that driveway, the driveway portion, the actual asphalt portion, into that second dog leg. You see that second dog leg away from your property?
Yes, sir.
So the first dog leg would still remain, but could remain vegetated, and that would give you a good 20-foot, 20-foot buffer before we hit the second driveway. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So that's a good, I'm glad you you brought those concerns to our attention.
Well, that would be an acceptable solution. I'm sure any of you ladies and gentlemen in a similar situation would have the same concerns.
Yep, it's a valid concern.
One other concern, I don't know if anyone else from the area is present at the meeting this evening. Could we switch back to the aerial view, please?
Sure. Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, this lot where my cursor is right now is rather low-lying right in this area, and the owner has recently constructed a pole barn that he uses for his automotive hobby. And I have a concern for him because it is a low-lying piece of property. What are your plans for stormwater abatement?
Well, we'll have the applicant respond to some of your questions. Carl, would you like to respond? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. He broke up a little bit. It was something about stormwater abatement.
I'm concerned about what will be done on the developed property for stormwater abatement, since the property, I guess, is it to the east?
I believe to the
Yeah,
east.
it is on
Low
the
lying.
west side, about midway down.
So yeah, I'm sure the applicant's very willing to make accommodations as for the benefit of the neighborhood. So I'm sure a drainage structure would certainly wouldn't be anything he would be opposed to, but I'll happily bring it to him and the concern.
John, one more thing. The common driveway is going to have drainage structures that's going to be approved by the town engineer. So everything on that driveway is going to be kept on site. Furthermore, any impervious surfaces on the lots, which include roofs, decks, they wouldn't have tenants here, but any type of impervious surface, the water has to be directed into a dry well. So nothing from this property is going to, all surface runoff on this property is going to have to be contained on the site.
Very good, sir. Thank you.
Dennis, if I may just add one more thing, because they're vacant properties, when they have to go, or when they go to the building department to actually get building permits to construct, they have to go back to the town engineer at that time as well. And the engineer will be reviewing to ensure, one, that the covenant for the 2-inch rainfall or 3-inch rainfall is being adhered to and the structures, are proper. And they, make sure that they're addressing, even at that time, the stormwater as well. So,
Right. The overall condition is placed on our board at time of approval, but it's up to the town engineer to administer it and make sure all that rainwater is contained on site.
Thank you, sir. And what are
Thank
the
you.
elevations of the homes that are proposed?
We don't have elevations. We don't have those.
Okay, are they proposed single-family homes or high density?
Single family.
All right. Any preliminary square footage?
We have building envelopes. We're not necessarily going to develop this. We might be selling them as vacant lots.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Those-
It's kind of hard to tell from the aerial, but it looks like, Carl, that most of this is cleared, or is a lot of it cleared?
It's mostly cleared, yeah. It was a single family
It's mostly cleared.
until several years ago, and now it's pretty cleared. You can see the building on the preferred plan, if you want to go back to that.
yep.
The building envelopes are highlighted.
Hold on one second. Oh, sorry.
No, not the other one.
Yep, no, I know. My thing's all screwy here.
This was easier when they were pinned to the wall, right?
Yes.
Just like we like to do to you.
It's a very
Still
big
comfort- we still
hotel.
haven't gotten a proper easel.
Easier for you guys.
Yeah, my PDFs are all frozen here.
Okay, so Carl, you want to just say
But the
something about
the reduced density map has the building envelopes, which will demonstrate where a primary structure could go on these lots.
Right. And they'll be buffering around each and what.
Yes. Mhm.
So thank you,
Thank you.
Mr. Gillen. And Charles, is there someone else in the waiting room?
Looking.
Charles?
I'm looking.
Okay.
I don't see anyone.
Okay, if there are no more questions for Carl, then let's close it. Close
Ma'am,
it.
before we close, I have one more question. I'm sorry. I know it's getting late.
They're the building envelopes.
Excuse me?
I said I have one more question, ma'am. I know it's getting late. I'll be quick.
Go ahead.
Thank you. We discussed a proposal to move the driveway further to the east. Is there going to be any confirmation on that?
We can't give you anything official at this point, but your concerns are entered into the record and we have to incorporate them into our planning. So it's something we're going to probably do. I mean, your concerns are valid, but we can't give you any official confirmation that will be done. So we don't have that ability.
Yeah,
All right.
Mr. Gillen, this is a pre-application. In other words, it's at a very, very early stages of the project. So all of the comments that are being made will be worked out with the applicant and for the next stage of the application.
We're going to be issuing a report to the
Yeah.
applicant, and one of the items in that report is, hey, when you put your common driveway in, shift it as far away from the western property line as you can to provide a natural buffer.
Well, thank you very much. And, I'm sorry if my questions were a bit simplistic. This is the first planning board meeting I've attended, so I do appreciate all of your help.
Maybe one day we'll see you live. So
Oh,
thanks
I
very
wish, man.
much. Okay. So if there are no more questions for Carl, entertain a motion to close with a 30-day written comment period.
Motion.
Motion by Gloria, second by Dennis. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Okay.
Good seeing you,
Everyone
Carl.
in favor?
Good to see you guys. Be
Good
well,
to see you.
everybody.
Right.
Take care.
Okay,
Motion to
so
adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Dennis, was that? Second by Robin. All in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Most abstentions, so we are adjourned and